in absolutely free as part of their New Year Upskilling Fest. This 16 hours AI training has already built 10 million plus AI first professionals worldwide and is rated 4.9 out of 5 on Trustpilot. People from marketing, finance, operations, product and engineering join this just because this is something which is not specific to any industry, but is now needed across every one of them. This is where you learn how to build AI agents that plan, write, execute, and report for you. Automate workflows that run even while you sleep. Connect tools like Sheets, Notion, CRMs, and email to create profitable systems. Use AI to save hours every week and get an unfair advantage at work. Not just that, you'll also learn how to profit from these skills. People from this very training have launched AI-powered services that bring in $2,000 to $3,000 weekly just by applying the systems they're taught. To kickstart your year, you also get premium lifetime bonuses like the AI Prompt Bible, the AI Profit Roadmap, and your personalized AI Toolkit Builder, only if you attend both days. And here's the most interesting part. When you sign up, you get access to the 2026 AI Survival Hackbook, a comprehensive compilation of the upcoming AI shifts in 2026 and the practical steps you can take to be prepared. Seats are limited. Use the link in the description to join. Also, join the WhatsApp community to stay updated before the big blast. Big thanks to Outskill for supporting the channel.
So Majestic is ruled by a secret society, is what you're saying?
Well, Majestic has been the most famous, next to probably the Freemasons, secret society of itself. And there are many of the Freemasons who inhabit the Majestic. These associated secret societies like the Scottish Rite and the York Rite are then imparted into the secret society known as the Majestic.
Majestic, or Majestic 12, is supposed to have been a secret group inside the US government, created after World War II, to deal with things that didn't fit into normal military or scientific channels. He says their job, at least on paper, was to handle information that was considered too sensitive, too strange, or too destabilizing to be public. Now, if you search for Majestic online, most of what you'll find says that it's fake, that it's not real and there's nothing credible behind it. But let's be honest for a moment. If something like this really existed, do you think you'd be able to find clear answers on a simple Google search? Groups like that wouldn't leave a clean trail behind them. They wouldn't be documented in public, and people who speak about them wouldn't be treated kindly. They'd be questioned, discredited, or attacked. That's just how things like this tend to work. Dan says Majestic was funded through government structures, but it did not function like a normal government agency. It did not report in the usual way. It did not fall under clear political authority. One critical point he says he was present at was the T9 conference. This was a closed meeting in New Mexico, where formal negotiations took place between multiple groups from different timelines. The groups present were described as future human groups, not one single group, but several, with different origins and different development paths. One of these groups was referred to as the P45, described as being 45,000 years ahead of us.
What is the T9 conference?
During the course of speaking with extraterrestrials and our interactions with them from the 1950s onward, there have been a series of treaties established between we and they. They meaning a future human intelligence, time travelers.
Alien kind by
well,
by
they're
inference?
humans. They're
okay,
human
you
lineage.
consider them humans.
They're humans.
Okay.
They're human beings, albeit different from what we would expect to see as a human being. But then again, if we look in the history, the presently accepted history of the evolution of humankind, if one were to walk into a conference held by Neanderthals, one would be taken aback. Well, in the same way, one may be taken aback by walking into a conference with these gentlemen.
The purpose of the T9 conference was to establish and adjust agreements between present-day institutions and several future human groups that, according to him, were able to interact with our timeline. These groups were presented as future branches of humanity, different outcomes of the same species, shaped by very different conditions over very long periods of time. Dan describes three main groups. One of them is the P45. This group is described as coming from a timeline roughly 45,000 years ahead of ours. They are presented as technologically advanced, but still relatively biologically stable. Another is referred to as the P52. They were about 52,000 years ahead of us, shaped by harsher, long-term conditions, including environmental and biological degradation. Within the